Independence. This is a word on my mind lately. Last week, Juneteenth National Independence Day was signed into federal law, commemorating the ending of slavery in this country. Yet we are not free from the ramifications of that most extreme form of government sanctioned racism. With our country's Independence Day coming up next weekend, we celebrate our freedom to self govern. And I appreciate my father in law's tradition every July 4th of reading aloud the Declaration of Independence, which ends off by saying, "And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortune, and our sacred honor." When the Jewish people left Egypt freed from slavery, the Torah says that we left Be'etzem Hayom Hazeh, that we left in the middle of the day in broad daylight with pride as a free nation. Yet if you follow the narrative, we end up being completely dependent on God for our physical well-being as we wandered the desert for 40 years. And here is my personal example I'd like to share. When my child took his first independent steps, he was turning 3 years old. Most children start walking much earlier than that. At 3 years old, he knew what it meant when he was taking those first steps. The look of sheer joy and pride in his eyes is forever in my memory. And still, his journey to independence is very much a work in progress. So, what are we really commemorating and celebrating when we use this word independence? Whether as a country, a people, or as individuals, we are celebrating our independence to live our lives. And yes, at the same time, we are celebrating our ability to mutually pledge to each other our lives, to be good to one another, to have respect for one another, to hold ourselves responsible for one another, to create a sense of belonging for one another. Let us celebrate the independence we do have and to once again mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortune, and our sacred honor. Shabbat Shalom.